1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 4. Like we know, we have to multiply before we add. That's BODMAS. So we have to multiply these two before we add. So we'll go on and multiply first. So we have 1 over 2 plus, you multiply 1 times 1 is 1, then 3 times 4 is 12. The LCM of 2 and 12 is 12. And sometimes I've seen students just multiply 2 times 12, they'll get 24. 24 is not the LCM. You have to find the LCM. LCM is this way. You have your 2 here, we have your 12 here. You take the first prime number that can go in two of them. You take 2, 2 in 2, 1, 2 in 12 is 6. That's 12. This 12 divided by this 2 will give you 6. This 2 divided by this 2 will give you 1. Once you're done with this, the next number you take is 2, because 2 can still go in 6, and 1 is less than 2, so you just repeat your 1. Then 2 in 6 is 3. That, I'll say 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now we need to get this 3 to 1. This is already 1. We need to bring this 3 down to 1. So, and 2 can't go. The next prime number that can go is 3. So we have 1 is less than 3. We repeat our 1. Then we go 3 in 3 is 1. So since we've gotten 1 with the two numbers, then we can now multiply all the prime numbers on this side, which is 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 times 3. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Therefore, our LCM is 12. So we can say 12 divided by 2, which is 6. The result, which is 6, times this 1. That's 6 times 1 is 6. Then you have 12 divided by 12, that's 1. 1 times 1 is still 1. So we still have a positive sign here. So we have 6 plus 1, 7 over 12 as our final answer. What if we have this question? We have 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 4 divided by 5 over 2. In this question, we have addition, we have multiplication, and we have division. Now we see that division comes before multiplication, which comes before addition. So we divide first before we multiply, then we add. When we're working with fractions, division of fraction works in a way that you turn the division sign into multiplication, then you switch the numerator with the denominator. They switch places. The 2 takes the position of the numerator and the 5 takes the position of the denominator. That means the 5 on top comes below and the 2 below goes above. So we have it as 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 4. We change this division sign to multiplication. Then we switch the values behind. This comes up and this goes down. So we have 2 over 5. The next in line, we have addition and multiplication. We have 2 multiplications, then 1 addition. And in BODMAS, you have to multiply before we add. We can choose to multiply 1 times 1 times 2 and 3 times 4 times 5 as our denominator. We can also cancel out. We can say 2 in 2, 1, 2 in 4 is 2. You can cut to the lowest term. So we have here 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 2 times 1 over 5. The next line is 1 over 2 plus, now multiply 1 times 1 times 1 will give us 1 over. On this other side, you have 3 times 2, that's 6. 6 times 5, that's 30. Since 2 can go in 30, we don't need to stress ourselves in finding the LCM. You know the LCM is 30. Now, if a value can fully divide the other value and you don't get a remainder, that means the bigger value is the LCM. So we have 30 divided by 2, you get 15. Then the 15, which is your result, times this 1 here, that's the process, you have 15. That's 15 times 1 is 15. Plus 30 in 30, that's 1. Then 1 times this 1 will give you 1. So we therefore have 15 plus 1, that's 16 over 30. We have 16 over 30. This is not our final answer, because if you look closely, you see that 2 can cut both of them. You can bring it down to the lowest term. 2 here, 8. 2 here, 15. So our final answer is 8 over 15. Let's say we have this question, 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 times 1 number 1 over 4. at a BODMAS question with a fraction. When you have these two signs, the positive and the multiplication sign, and in BODMAS we have to multiply before we add, as m before a. But we can't multiply when it's a mixed fraction. We have to convert it from a mixed fraction to an improper fraction before we multiply. Now this is a twist in this question. It gives you in this way to see if you know your basics. So we have it as 1 over 4 plus 1 over 6 times, we say 4 times 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So we have it as 5 over 4. That's converting it from a mixed fraction to an improper fraction. Then we multiply first before we add our answer to this 1 over 4. We have these two, then nothing can cancel out. So we have it as 1 over 4 plus, we say 1 times 5 is 5. Then 6 times 4 is 24. The LCM of these two, 4 and 24, is 24, because 4 can perfectly go in 24 without a remainder. So we have our LCM as 24. So we go first. 24 in 4, that's 24 divided by 4 is 6. The result times the numerator, 6 times 1 is 6, plus 24 in 24, 1. That's 24 divided by 24, 1. 1 times 5 is 5. So we have it as 6 plus 5, that's 11 over 24 as our final answer. Since you can't cut down beyond this, this is the lowest term of this fraction. Let's say we have this question where we have into open bracket 1 over 4 minus 1 over 6 close bracket times 2 whole number 1 over 4. We have our BODMAS. Taking into consideration the two signs, we have minus and multiplication. With these two, we are meant to multiply before we subtract, but because of this bracket, this subtraction will come before we multiply, because we have to solve what is in the bracket first before we multiply. If the brackets were not here, then we have to multiply before we subtract, meaning we'll get a different answer. Now because of the bracket, the whole thing changes, so we have to first work with what is in the bracket before we multiply. So in the bracket we have LCM of 4 and 6. LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. We go 12 divided by 4, that's 3. 3 times 1, that's 3. We go minus, put the sign. Since it's negative, put the sign. 12 in 6. 12 divided by 6 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. We still have here times 2 whole number 1 over 4. Next we go 3 minus 2, that's 1 over 12. We're done with what is in the bracket, so we can discard the bracket and we still have 2 whole number 1 over 4. But when it comes to multiplication of fractions, you can't just start solving with this. You have to convert this from a mixed fraction to an improper fraction, then you can multiply. You have 1 over 12 times, you have 2 times 4, or 4 times 2, 8, plus 1, 9. So we have it as 9 over 4. Now we have 9 over 4. We look at these two. We can choose to multiply 1 times 9 and 12 times 4. But to make our work easier, we can start looking for things that can cancel out. We know we can find 3 in 9 and we can find 3 in 12. Or 3 can go in 9 and 3 can go in 12. So we have 3 in 9 as 3, 3 in 12 as 4. No other thing can cancel out or cut out. So we have our answer equals to 1 times 3 is 3 over 4 times 4, 16. Our final answer, since this is to the lowest term and nothing can cancel out, is 3 over 16. What if you are given this question, which is 1 over 4 minus 1 over 6 times 1.2, and you are asked to leave your answer in fraction? It could also be 1 over 4 minus 1 over 6 divided by 1 over 2, and they are still saying leave your answer in fraction. So how do we solve this question? Now we go 1 over 4 minus 1 over 6. This 1 over 2, we have to convert it from a decimal to a fraction, times 12 over 10. Because for us to remove this decimal or take it outside, we have to make this over 10. Or taking this decimal outside to make it 12, we have to make it 12 over 10. Because if we use our calculator and we do 12 divided by 10, you still get 1.2. So if you had to move 2 places to get to the back of the number or the digit, then it will be 12 over 100. So the more places you move, the more you add zeros. So in this case, since we move 1 step to get outside, so we have to make it 12 over 10. We can still cut down the 12 over 10 to the lowest term. Now, since it's BODMAS, we have to multiply before we subtract. We can choose to cut to the lowest term. We can say 6 here 1, because 6 can go in 6 and 6 can go in 12. So we can say 6 in 6 1, 6 in 12 2. And we can still go 2 here 1, 2 in 10 5. So we'll bring it to the lowest term. We have 1 over 4 minus 1 times 1 is 1 over 1 times 5 is 5. So at this point we have 1 over 4 minus 1 over 5. The LCM of both of them is 20. The LCM of both 4 and 5 is 20. So we go 20 divided by 4, that's 5. 5 times 1, that's 5. Then we have 20 divided by 5, that's 4. 4 times 1, that's 4, equals, then we have 5 minus 4, that's 1 over 20. Our final answer is 1 over 20.